Market in play.
Ardlethan in the white sleeves. Mr. Malarkey, handy out wide, Regal Encore, the grey Flying Angel, Espoir de Guy jumping up well between runners as well as they clear fence number 1. Faubourg Rosetterie at the rear of the field with Beware the Bear. On to the second, and the first to rise here. Well, and Ardlethan has gone. Ardlethan has gone there. The horse is up on his feet. And Harry Skelton, I think, was about to rise. I'll check on that in a moment. Espoir de Guy, yes, there's Harry walking away. Not exactly 100% sound, but otherwise okay. Espoir de Guy at the open ditch, jumping well. Regal Encore had a little bit too much weight going forward there, but was picked up by Richie McClernand. Espoir de Guy, Sub-Lieutenant now coming through in the yellow jacket. Mr. Malarkey and Regal Encore jumping the next, followed by Flying Angel. And then the conditional on the inside of Quarenta, and then Faubourg Rosetterie, and lastly Beware the Bear. So heading into Swinley Bottom now. I'm pretty sure that Harry Skelton was able to walk to the ambulance. So heading round Swinley Bottom, and it's Mr. Malarkey from Sub-Lieutenant, Espoir de Guy on the inside, Regal Encore out wider, Flying Angel tracking them. Red Cap, the conditional on the inside, also in a red cap. Quarenta out a little wider as they took that one. And they're followed by Faubourg Rosetterie and Beware the Bear. On towards the next. Another plain fence. And Espoir de Guy was a little long there and only just reached over. Mr. Malarkey landing just in front. On the outside, Regal Encore. Sub-Lieutenant right there as well. An open ditch. The leader's okay there and all jumped that one pretty well. The conditional on the inside of Flying Angel as they head on towards the next plain one. Mr. Malarkey in the purple jacket, Espoir de Guy on the inside, Regal Encore, the 4 times course and distance winner on the outside. Then Sub-Lieutenant just to the outer of the conditional, followed by the grey Flying Angel, Quarenta, Faubourg Rosetterie and Beware the Bear. Just one fence to jump in the home straight because the last fence, which was damaged in an earlier race, will be bypassed. So there'll be a run-in next time round of just under 2 furlongs. And it's Mr. Malarkey that's still just taking them along from Espoir de Guy over this plain fence. Regal Encore right there on the outside, racing sweetly from Sub-Lieutenant. They're followed by Flying Angel on the far side, the conditional, Quarenta, as the checkered flag waves the jockey round this plain fence. Beware the Bear, still the back marker. So racing in front of the grandstand and all well grouped together, with the exception of Beware the Bear, is just 2 or 3 lengths behind Faubourg Rosetterie and Quarenta, who are at the back of the main pack. And it's Mr. Malarkey that leads with a circuit to go. Mr. Malarkey from Espoir de Guy round the inside, Regal Encore wider, then Sub-Lieutenant the conditional, Flying Angel, then Faubourg Rosetterie and Quarenta, and Beware the Bear is being scrubbed along at the back of the field. And now heading towards the downhill run of fences. Mr. Malarkey goes on by nearly 2 lengths now as they approach this next plain one. Espoir de Guy on the inside. Mr. Malarkey rising ahead of Regal Encore and Espoir de Guy. Continuing on down the hill. Beware the Bear just getting a bit further behind at this stage. At the next plain one, Mr. Malarkey put himself right over in front from Regal Encore. Espoir de Guy on the inside, Sub-Lieutenant in that yellow jacket, worn by Tabitha Worsley. Flying Angel the conditional, Quarenta, Faubourg Rosetterie, and it must be now a good 8 lengths back to Beware the Bear. Over the next, an open ditch and a big jump there from Mr. Malarkey, but Regal Encore right on terms on landing. Sub-Lieutenant and Espoir de Guy as they head on to one more before the turn at Swinley Bottom. Mr. Malarkey comes in to take it and again gave it plenty of air from Regal Encore. They're grouping together. Sub-Lieutenant is now pushed forward just ahead of Espoir de Guy. And then the conditional, Flying Angel, Quarenta on the outside. It would only be about 6 lengths behind the leader, Mr. Malarkey. Faubourg Rosetterie is about 3 lengths behind Quarenta. as they now begin to emerge out of Swindy Bottom. Beware the Bear is about 20 lengths adrift now. They've got 5 fences to jump, 4 on the side, 1 in the home straight. Mr. Malarkey from Regal Encore. Mr. Malarkey comes in to take this, really enjoying his jumping in the hands of Harry Cobden from Regal Encore. And these two pressing on a bit from Sub-Lieutenant, and then the Conditional and Flying Angel at the next. Mr. Malarkey fluently again from Regal Encore, who's ridden on landing. And they're followed by the Conditional, and then Sub-Lieutenant Espoir de Guy on the inside, Quarenta, an open ditch. Mr. Malarkey over well there from the Conditional, making good progress now. Regal Encore on the outside, and then Espoir de Guy and Sub-Lieutenant going towards this second last now. The last one on the side of the course, and Mr. Malarkey has got company now. The Conditional and Regal Encore are both bearing down on this long-time leader as they turn now, swinging right-handed, and chased in 4th place then by Espoir de Guy and then by Sub-Lieutenant, and now racing towards what will be the final fence and a long punishing run in. And it's Mr. Malarkey who's just beginning to shake them off. Regal Encore on the outside. The Conditional is right there in the red cap. Here's the fence now, and Mr. Malarkey is over from the Conditional and Regal Encore. These three set to slog it out over 2 furlongs now on the flat. Mr. Malarkey, the Conditional, and Regal Encore. Mr. Malarkey is joined by the Conditional. Regal Encore now 2 lengths back in 3rd place as they race on the run for home with 150 yards to go. And Mr. Malarkey is finding a bit more from the Conditional, and Mr. Malarkey,